Hello there. How do you do? Hope you're well. I'm feeling slightly better. I'm now able to breathe out of my nose. I'm recording in the field again. Now, last week's episode, I talked about, for a split second, and never actually carried on with it, about taking the car in for the service. Which, if you're excited about that, I do apologise. But there is a update to it. Basically, I took the car in for a service, which I hate doing, hate it. Only because they send you that bloody video. But I took it to a different garage than what I normally did, which I now instantly regret doing. Took it to a different garage. Bit more deep heart in the Yamland. Yam, alright. They send you a video where they just like to point out everything wrong with the car. But I couldn't understand this guy. At all. Alright, you tell you it's a probing out. It's 3.2 millimeters depth. I want to give you look. Now, if anyone from anywhere other than the native land of West Brom, Inch, I ain't gonna have a clue. I had to get the wife to translate, and even she struggled. But as I took the car in, so I've got alloy wheels, and I've got the wheel lock key. Handed that over. Handed my car key over. Handed my service book over. And I said, something wrong with the back left tyre. Can you have a look? All right, Bob, I'll get the lads to have a look, all right. That's £230, that'd be all right. £230? It's not what I've been quoted, love. For a service, so many mile service. £193, please, thank you. So that saved me 70 quid. So I was like, well, hey, saved a couple of quid. And it's got to be done because I do a lot of miles and I do want to get it, maintain the car. It's got to be up and running. So further down the line, I'll go out, have to deal with the bus drivers, which I hate. They've had a pay rise because they were whinging more than what they deserve. And I'm not the only one to think this. I think they've got very arrogant, the individual drivers. And I'm not the only one to say that, but that's another story for another day. So with the car being in for the service, I wander off, go home, come back again. Oh, your car's ready. Did you look at the tyre? Was it in the video? I've watched the video, but honestly, I couldn't understand the word he was saying. Oh, right then. Off I go, happy as Larry. Well, I wasn't really that happy. So I come back. And I thought, where's the key? For the wheel lock. I did hand it to him, didn't I? Yeah. Phoned them up. This is on a Saturday. They're shut early. Right, I'll have to phone them the next day. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. So I look on the Google. They're shut on Sundays. Right then. First thing Monday morning. Comes along, first thing Monday morning. Was it not left on your seat? No. Oh, I'll have a look for it. So they managed to find my wheel lock, and I found the replacement one, and I thought it ain't cheap, and I thought, if they've lost it, I'm not replacing it. So they found it. And I went in, I said, oh, is my quote ready for all the work you want me to pay on it? Not including the service money, of course. Oh no, I'll get it done for you today. That was 2 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting. But still. The tyres definitely need doing. The tread was on the way out, so I thought, get them replaced. Took her to a different place. Well, hey, bish bang wallop, said, can you have a look at the back left tyre? I'm having to inflate it quite a bit. Now, I checked it for punctures, but I'm not a mechanic. I don't know, I just know how to drive cars, if I'm honest, and how to fuel the buggers. But most importantly, I know how to pay for them. Subscribe. Any sponsorship deals? Let me know. But I said there was a puncture in the back tyre. Oh, okay. I didn't check it out, but a trained mechanic would have spotted that. But not only that, it would be in the third service and an MOT previous since I've been having problems with that tyre. Every time, they didn't come back to me and said, yeah, it needs replacing. Not once. So, it's different with cars. It's not like, I don't know, you buy something and you go through it, like a kettle. You buy the kettle and you go through. With a car, you got to think of that looking after it, because it's my bread and butter, so I've got to look after it. But how badly the service has been through to Ford, by the way. The car's great, but the service from getting these things done, a nightmare. And I've got to take the car back in because it's sort of a mixed match of tyres at the moment. Because I needed 3 new tyres, but they only had 2. So it's sort of like, okay, which one's the worst one? Well, the one with the punch has got to go. I've got 1 good tyre. So at the front 2, mix and match. But it is a pain in the arse, cars. I like them, but looking after them is a nightmare. So I am looking at a new car, but it's all going into electrics. That's great. Better for the environment. ... Is it? Are they better for the environment? Not what I've read. You know, for the battery, it ain't looking too good. Don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but no. What should we do? Walk everywhere? Well, I'm out of the job. It's the old funny one. It really is. Gaming talk. Talking about gaming. 60 frames or 30 frames. Yeah. Alright, when this goes out, this news is going to be pretty late, but I'm just going to have my opinion on it. Well, how can I describe it? It's not great, but if the game's good... Now, I don't know if the game's good. I haven't played it. Redfall, by the way, if you're keeping up, it's Redfall. Yeah, the fact that it was just, hey, this is going to run at 30 frames per second, and 60 frames per second is good. It does run smooth. You know, I do prefer 60 frames per second myself. But I've been playing a lot of PlayStation 4 games, so there's very few that do actually run at 60 frames per second. And as I'm in the moment playing, I'm not really that noticing the frame difference. It's more of, if it's a consistent frame rate, happy days. It's like when you're watching a film or a movie. Because I know there's a lot of them, oh, it's not running at 60 frames per second. As long as it's consistent, whatever the frame rate is, as long as it's consistent and good, it's got to be at least, I'm old school, so it's got to be at least 24 frames per second. It's got to be. Anything lower than that, and it's just, But 24 and up, you don't notice as long as it's consistent. That's just me, that's just old school. But if you're paying for something, you know, around the £500 or dollar, whatever, mark, for something that does something, and something comes along and it doesn't do it, you're sort of like, oh, what? It's like paying for 3D glasses at the cinema to a film that's not 3D. Say no more. It's one of them. Does anyone watch films in 3D anymore? I suppose Avatar was a bit hoo-ha, but after that, I don't know. I haven't seen the new one. But the frame rate thing, I know there's a big uproar about it, but if the game's good, does it matter? I don't necessarily think so. But the game's got to be good for me to carry on with the subscription. Yeah, it's the other thing, you know, looking at, there's a Minecraft thing coming up. This is with Game Pass, by the way. There's a Minecraft thing coming up. Yeah. But on the other side, the blue team, PlayStation, Sackboy's Big Adventure. Me and my wife are having a lot of fun playing now. And with that subscription, downloaded a few games for her, and even set up a folder for her to do it. You know, all the games that she's happy to play that are wife-friendly, shall we say. She's not really a gamer, but she plays a few. The ones that are quote-unquote wife-friendly are in that folder. Now I've got the machine that plays it, and is she noticing it? No. Not really. I'm not noticing a difference. I'm noticing the difference between load times, because I have a PlayStation 4 and a Xbox Series S. And of course you're going to notice the load difference. It's a little bit of a wait. But here's the thing, with longer load times, I'll do a few sit-ups, I'll do a few push-ups, a few squats, got the dumbbells by the side, get those arms pumping. What's wrong with a bit of a load time? I know everything wants super quick, but just for me, I prefer that little bit of time just to get active. Or even time to go and make a cup of tea and come back. I like that. That's not a problem. But at the end of the day, the frame rate thing with Redfall, it's bursting all over my feed, so I'm talking about it. I don't think it's a big issue, as long as, one, it's consistent. 2, the game's good. Sackboy's Big Adventure, I'm playing it on the PS4. I don't know what the frame rates are, apart from I know it's not 60. Yeah. Someone just walking past in a Nirvana t-shirt and you don't even know a Nirvana song. Sorry, going off track. But I think as long as it's consistent, happy days. Well, next item on the agenda. Easter. For us, Easter has come and gone. It's over. I didn't get to watch The Life of Brian. But what did I do? We went round to my wife's auntie's. And every little celebration, don't matter what it is, Easter, Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, she does nothing for Groundhog Day. Every celebration, there is a big decorations up. You know, the amount of children she's kept in work in China for all this cheap crap. Decorations. How many children she's kept in work over the years? She's got boxes and boxes of stuff for it. For each little celebration that's coming up. She's got it. She's prepared. She can spend a whole day decorating the house for each occasion. But this Easter, I pulled up and there was like a group of wicker bunnies, and I think the damage has been done over the years to these bunnies. I was half expecting to walk into the house with Christopher Lee there with the bees, or the Nicolas Cage version, whichever version of the Wicker Man. I was getting them vibes. And I was half expecting later on in the day a policeman to walk in asking if I've ever seen this little girl. It was that sort of scenario. There was some film, and I can't remember what it is, Top Hats or something, a very old film. And again, we was watching it in a higher frame rate than what it was normal. And it looked weird. It looked really weird. But Easter, yeah, it was a bit... Got to watch Top Gun Maverick, though. My thoughts on it? I think if you're into aviation, you would enjoy it. If you like Tom Cruise, like my wife's auntie does, you'll enjoy it. Apart from that, I thought, what is going on? And if you've seen Top Gun Maverick, I just liked the whole thing about shooting a missile or proton torpedo through a very narrow gap. Sound familiar? Except this time it wasn't on a Death Star. It was. Easter crackers. You know, it's a British tradition. If you're listening to this elsewhere on Christmas Day, it's what we call crackers. And you pull them, makes a bang, and inside you get a little toy, a really crap joke, and a crown. They're doing the same thing for Easter now. Now, I saw these in a shop a few weeks ago, and let's just say, you know, people who see something like that who are going to buy it, keeping these children in China in work. And guess what? I had to pull a cracker at Easter. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Food was nice there. It was good. Everyone goes, oh, you're eating all the vegetables. I was like, yeah. So it's some cracking farts on the way home, but yeah, I ate all the veg. So what? Veg is good for you. It's all good. So I'm going down the fitness road a little bit. But Easter, it's I said at the start of the year, it's two things I stopped doing, and I don't think the message just sunk in. Particularly with these festival things that come up where you have to buy people stuff to keep the corporations in business. What did I get? Chocolate bar. 2 chocolate bars. Not just the tiny ones, the big ones. Fruit and nut. I like them. They got it. Even though I'm trying to lose weight. But on top of that, from everyone, I ended up with 5 Easter eggs. 5. And guess what? I've not eaten a single one. It may sound a bit selfish, but I'm looking after me. I'm not going to eat it. And I don't care, because I'm trying to keep down on the sugar. And the chocolate is full of sugar. So what do I do? Do I feel guilty that I'm giving it to my wife to eat? No, she's happy. She likes the chocolate. We haven't eaten it all. But I didn't get a mug. Quite fancied an Easter mug. I don't know why. It's probably because most of mine are getting broken and chipped and cracked from moving house. So it's like, yeah, I could have done with a new mug. Did I get one? Nope. Didn't get one. That used to be the thing at Easter. You used to get loads of... over the years, you usually end up with a mug. An Easter egg and a mug for drinking out of. Or a cup. I didn't get one of them. Well, I fancied one of them. Always seems to be. I always get the thing I don't need. And here's the thing, right? I'm size 12 UK. I don't know what the European or American's 13 size. So I'm size 12. I need size 12 socks. You can't buy size 12 socks. But you can, but you have to really look for them. Most commonly, it's size 8 to 11. They're all too small for me. And when it comes to these things, when it's like, oh, I've got to get Adam some, I don't know, we'll just get him some socks. I've known these people for over 15 years. I've told them, look, I'm size 12, I can't have that. But the one, I'm dreading Christmas. You know, it's only April and I'm dreading Christmas for this. Because I have stopped drinking beer and lager, ales. Because I don't need it, I've moved on. I'm on the wine and the vodkas. It's just, I think it's a gluten thing, personally. Because I've eaten the pasta and my belly's just, I've cut down on a lot of these things, but I've cut beer out completely. And my belly's slimmed down a little bit. But I know come Christmas, I'm going to get a load of beer. And it's normally in £6.25 for 4 bottles. I can't drink them. I really can't drink them. So when it comes to, oh, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas? Anything you want this? I always say, this is what, it's not what I want, this is what I don't want, because you're just wasting they're just wasting the money. Don't want to sound ungrateful, but I don't want it. Don't want it. Buy me, you're spending all this money on stuff I'm not going to have. Buy me a month of a gaming subscription or a month of Netflix or something. I'll be very much appreciated of that. Like a fucking Link set. I'll much more appreciate that. But that was my Easter. Now, I'm fully aware that Easter may not have happened for some people. But hey, look, whatever you're doing, have a good one. This is going to be a funny one because I'm actually going to Wales the weekend. And I'm going to edit this and get it uploaded. And it will be going out on the Monday when I'm away. Very clever. So I've got to quickly edit. Come up with some fresh ideas for this. Oh, that's me time. That's me note. But anyway, I hope you're all well. If you do want to contact me, 0121. I've had some emails and I'm like, I can't read them out. Sick bastards. Nigerian princes and all sorts. But no, it's 0121. It's Morgan@gmail.com. Episode 11, baby. And I haven't even advertised. And with the people watching and things like that, do the subscribey thing if you're regular. It will save you a bit of bother. If you're on YouTube, yeah, I know, I've got a bit of sort out. If you're on Apple, good luck. I'm not paying until I get a sponsor. But anyway, good luck to you. Hope you survive. And we'll talk again next week. Bye-bye.